right. So here we are. It's this is my new series. I got a new guest. This is Chris Green, and the name of my new series is Kickin It with James Manning the Third. Yeah, you're in the spirit.
Yes, sir.
Well, I just thought, why not?
Oh, it's a good name. I used to train with Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris over in the Himalayas.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Small story. Go ahead.
I mean, okay. Some of my idols. Okay.
It was kind of crazy. At one point, they told us Chuck Norris actually came to me and was like he was one of my biggest fans, and I'm like, well, what have you ever seen me? Yeah, he seen me. He heard about me through the circus and a couple underground fights or whatever, but nothing big. We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, nothing big.
Yeah, he ended up getting my autograph.
Chuck Norris says he loves to get an autograph. Well, hey, tell us a little bit about who you are. Chris Green, where are you from, man?
All right. Well, my name is Chris Green. I'm a comedian from North Carolina. My life started off kind of rough. It's, I say around 5, I started to learn things. My dad left, took out on my mom, and whatever, was just us struggling. And from there, I became real rebellious, started going into my mom's purse, stealing money, picking candy from the stores or whatever. From that, it was me getting kicked out of school, whatever, to then me sitting here playing with knives, got upgraded to guns. Then all of a sudden, it was called the gangs. Gangs was a big part of it. The cocaine across the Oregon border from San Diego all the way down to San Francisco, which turned into prostitution, which was crazy, sting in the ring, which was boat floats or whatever, so you can go from Miami, from all the way to Denver. My low ball bottom was when it was Russian roulette with British guys in San Pierre, Arkansas. And then I turned 7.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's just the beginning of what it is to be Chris Green. What's a fun fact about you? A fun fact example, I can make hand music. Fun fact.
Fun fact, that sounds like a whole bunch of queefs.
Well, if you do it under the table at Thanksgiving or something,
that's
just
usually what it's done.
People start.
It's
great. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fun fact. I'm the only black guy I know that don't like steak.
You might be the only guy I know that doesn't like steak.
Maybe.
I've ever heard of.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, just not a fan.
And Bill Nye the Science Guy, I hate him.
Wait a second.
I hate Bill Nye the Science Guy. I swear. There's no joke.
Is there some about Bill Nye?
It's just how diabolical can you get? Trying to make me think that science is fun in my face. That's the guy you need to worry about. You know what I'm saying? The police over here messing with me, and all I'm doing is selling a little bit of crack. I'm like, man, watch out. Why won't you go mess with him? That white guy's trying to take over the world. You got a doomsday device.
Yeah.
That's Bill Nye.
That's the... If he could be, that could all just be a front, right? It's all just a front. I'm trying to teach your kids, but really I'm getting the funding.
See, there you go. See,
to take over the world.
See, don't spit.
You know what I mean?
Twist it, lock it in.
Well,
don't tell your friends.
Okay. That was secret. We shouldn't have done that. That was secret. So where did you get your start in comedy? Like, what made you get up on the stage to start out, and where did that happen?
Well, I was watching something on TV, and it was real hilarious, and it was funny, and then I'm like, you know what? I can do that. And then somebody said, yeah, you probably can. You are pretty funny. And I did it. But what happened was, it was, if you want me to go more in depth, it was open mic. I went to the open mic, and with the open mic, I don't think I had 3, 4, 5 jokes. 6, maybe 7 if you include, but then 8, or maybe 9. I mean, 10 if you want to be theoretical. But I'm not getting on scientific. But I went in there, killed it. Somebody that was there, I hate that I'm forgetting his name. Right, Mike was the one. I think it was Mike that told him Mount McGowan, or not. It wasn't Mike McGowan. It was my boy. I remember his name. I'm sorry, Big Up. But they told me a competition. Oregon's funniest comedian. I was like, I just didn't want open mic. So what? I think it was another open mic after that. I did it, and the competition was there. I made it just in time, right when he told me I had to sign up. Boom, did that. Came in 3rd place. Went in tour around the Northwest. Did the documentary, and then been doing comedy ever since. Comedy and films.
Whoa, for real?
Yeah.
Man, that's how it went down, huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because, I had Dave Chappelle and Andy Murphy, you know what I'm saying? I was trained with them in the Himalayas. But
you spent some time in the Himalayas and everything. Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy came to me and was like, "Now I'm funny, but you're funny." And I'm like, "Eddie, stop it. Nobody can't mess with the Nutty Professor." Classic. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't even go there. Not enough about
Eddie Murphy, so he was like, your comedy's like Hercules. Hercules. Is that it? You did it. Well, your stand-up is hilarious, man. I've had the chance to see you like twice, but both times I was cracking up. Like I was missing jokes because I was still laughing on your jokes before. So how long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy for all my life, but I did the competition. It was like in 2014. I was doing it, but I haven't really got to the point where I was like on it because I had other things, ventures and whatever. And I think this right now is a perfect time with the COVID, whatever, this and that, to be like, okay, well, I had time to chill and got some stuff and figure out, hey, might as well go for it. So this is my first time really saying this is all or nothing. Go out there and go get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of half-assing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a half-ass, little cheap peach. A big half. Gypsy, someone say.
If all you need's half, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, so you've done some film work, or is there like something you're working on now, or tell us a little bit about some of the other things you've done. The documentary?
We did a documentary. Then from the documentary, I did a couple like safety. Then I was on the Librarians. That was on TNT, whatever, as like extra and feature extra. And then I was in the movie called Translation that we was in the theaters, and we had a whole event down here, and you can catch it on YouTube. It was,
you said Translation?
And
all right, I'll check that out.
Then I was another one called 200 Proof that's still in production. Like these films, I can only bring what I can do, what the producers do. That's on them. I'm in another film called Rent Money. You know what I'm saying? Play small role. Producer Blake Leitner and Ray Sampson, all the people. I'm in a movie that's supposed to be coming out this year called 99 Nights: A Christmas Story. And that's by Travis Ivy and Coke Films. And that's going to be a good one. Everybody's going to like that. I'm the adopted black son. Kind of hilarious, you know what I'm saying? But it's a funny movie. So I can't wait till that comes out. And I'm trying to think of, probably a couple of them I'm missing out on.
Man. So you have a pretty extensive film resume. You've done quite a bit.
Yeah, like some more than others, but just been in there in the process. And, I come in and just do my thing, put smiles on the face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I
ain't saying I'm the greatest actor, but I did have Denzel and Robert De Niro. It's a crazy story. We was training in the Himalayas. I mean,
this was one of those camps that
It was a bundle pack on the timeshare. But he told me, Robert De Niro said, "Hey, you You got it. And I'm like, come on, Robert. You know what I'm saying? You the greatest. You know you are. You and Denzel, but you know enough about me.
Got
enough
it.
about
Got
me.
it. So, tell me, what inspires your comedy? What do you think? What say? Do you people watch or do you just?
Well, I mean, what can I say? Can I say anything?
You say whatever
All
you
right.
want.
Well, my whole thing is to be an asshole, a dick, but I'm not. I'm just sarcastic. Okay, whatever. I can't explain. So my stuff is like, you'll think that they're typical, whatever, most whatever black guy be like, I came from the hood where them roaches was jumping up, dunking on me like LeBron. I don't do that. Not at all. Hey, it's a funny story. I was with LeBron. Okay, never mind. But I like the more subtle things. I like the stuff to make people cringe. Of like, oh, should we laugh at it or not? I don't know. Whatever. But I do a lot of one-liners. You know what I'm saying? Well, one-liners is what I do, and it's just all about making people uncomfortable and making people laugh about stuff that. Hey, you might hear me talk about cancer. You might hear me talk about death or illness, whatever in the family. But it's like just letting people know that we all go through it, just not you. So the stuff I'm joking about or whatnot is not just something you go through, and I'm not pinpointing you. I'm just saying we all go through it, but we can laugh at it. It takes a lot of power out of the racist and death and whatever, you know what I'm saying, that goes on, all the bull that's going on. If we can come together and laugh, we start something. We're doing something positive. We're heading in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like a lot of times that uncomfortability is like a pain, but that from pain comes the laughter.
There you know.
And even people who disagree, sometimes you can tell they're like, oh, I don't like that.
Those are the ones I love. The ones who like, or they gotta look first to laugh. Like, come on, you come to the comedy club to laugh. Or you come to the show somewhere. You come to have fun. Have fun. You know what I mean? But I always got to have an opinion about something. Sometimes it's just laugh and live and be happy. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing.
Yeah. Well, I know for me, that's why I do comedy. It's not like I know I'm not going to make it rich or, whatever. It's not about that.
You don't know. Don't talk that into existence, but that's not what you're looking for.
Well.
I mean, if it comes, it comes, but don't talk it out of existence. Just say, you're doing it because,
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. I do want some more money than I have right now. But...
Rub your EBGBs on me.
Well, it's something that's like, this can be my job. Making people laugh what I do in the regular world, this can be my job.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Because I've done some... It's shitty. Yeah. Shitty things I've done. Going to swimming pools ain't no fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I can tell jokes and get paid in one night more than I made in like 4 hours.
Right. Then and there, give me that more. Send me half.
Oh man. All right. So, have you ever had anything like really weird happen to you while you're on stage? Was people shouting things out, or
most of the time when people shout out like the heckler, which I gotta say that I never really been a heckler because either people just looking at me like, what is he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like you get that attention. You know what I'm saying? But when I get there, it's so totally opposite for what they just catching them off guard. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But then people are with me, and you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you know what I'm saying. You let the crowd in with you. People want to have fun with you now because they get it and whatever. I had one girl say one time she was like, "That's not funny," and I was like, and that made me laugh, and I was like, okay, but like one of the first shows I was nervous. I was like a host or something, but I didn't feel like I did it was the first show I ever did on tour, and I was hosting one of the biggest Harveys that time. Harvey Comedy Club in Portland is a very prestigious comedy club, well known and famous. And I went in there and it was just like, hey, it wasn't that night. I don't know if it was a Tuesday, you know what I'm saying, 7 o'clock in the evening, whatever, but they was not vibing off of it. That girl wasn't vibing off of it, you know what I'm saying? But it was like they had to get warmed up, but she wasn't like, that wasn't funny.
Oh, I deal with that myself. Like, I mean, I know what I look like, and I have to fight that off. You know, I gotta start with like something to loosen people up. It's like, okay, you know, I'm gonna do the redneck material. You know, I'm gonna do it. Okay, but it's like when I start to move away from it, people are like, I'm not really sure what this guy's doing. You know, he might be a total asshole. I don't know.
That's one.
Yeah, well, it's like, well, not totally.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get.
We're not here to please you. We coming in here to amuse you, to make you think outside yourself and have a good time. And that's one thing I like. You say, just do your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Know your own little stuff that you're doing, but then you can switch it out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You don't gotta stick to what you call it, stereotype.
Well, it's kind of weird because like people, it's easier to get people to laugh sometimes when you stay in that kind of stereotype they're looking for. I mean, I know. It's just, this is the type of shirt I prefer, you know, because it's got breast pockets. You know what I mean? I keep my sunglasses in there, I don't lose them.
That's
you know, exactly. But it's just like, it's so hard to sometimes beat that image, but I've got jokes that are just all about that.
Yeah.
Know? And when you mess with people's perceptions, it's a funny thing to watch it creep into their head.
Mm-hmm.
You ever get those where it's just like you tell a joke and then people sort of start to laugh?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh,
that's my whole thing.
Yeah.
My whole thing is like, first of all, they got to get it first, because I'll be kind of changing up my stuff. You know, so you think I'm one way and it's whatever. So once they get it, then they're like, what was he say something? His grandma and a thong and a carrot.
So how do you translate comedy from stage comedy to writing for like a script or a show?
See, that's the thing. I don't. I mean, I think other than throwing in a couple slapstick, like, you know, physicals, you throw in a couple physicals, but other than me, I think my stuff is on stage is on that board of just dark. I like the dark stuff. So my stuff is dark but real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not so out there. It's just stuff that I say that people are like, oh, why you say that? You know what I'm saying? Or we're thinking it, but you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't say it out loud. So like, I don't see the difference of. I just see this. As corny as people think, like, and I love Chris Farley, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Yeah. It's like the Chris falling Farley. Down on couches and chairs and banging your head and stuff. As corny as you think it is, it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Great. I've got a bowl of chocolate pudding in my underpants. We didn't have any chocolate pudding in there, buddy. You know what I mean? I've Black Sheep's on my shelf over here, man. Chris Barley is one of the greats.
Fat guy and a little coat.
Don't do it. I'm serious.
Like, what you doing, Richard? What you about to spank a bitch? But yeah, that way the physical is the one that I'm putting in there with the writing. Because I think if you put them both together and whatever, it'll make you give people both what you want to. I don't want to be like, oh, well, this is only me. And if you don't understand me, then whatever, you don't got to like me. Like, I can give you a little bit of me and stuff that makes me feel true to myself, but still give you what you want, you know what I'm saying, in a sense. For as acting on stage, I don't know how to say the stuff I say in, like, whoa. Was it a good expression? Whoa.
Yeah, I've done some of this on stage trying to get a laugh, and I tell you, sometimes people are just more confused. But if you get the movements right, as you do the joke, it really makes it more powerful. Because like a sign or a symbol is actually, like, even dogs recognize hand signals, you know, so humans are also geared to understand, like, that's why a lot of people talk with their hands and stuff. Yeah. But it's a part of comedy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for my comedy, like I'm like, because, oh yeah, I love it. I love to see some of my favorite comedians, like, they do that stuff for what I do. I don't say stuff to gesture for me to be a certain way. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I see.
You know, so I think you was at the last show, and the most I could do was, I loved the scene and I loved the people, and the venue was great, but it was a boxing ring in the airplane hangar.
It was weird.
And it was whatever. So the most I could think about it, because just to get the crowd, whatever, was the rolling in whatever in the ring and this and that got them going. But that's as far as you get from me. And I'm not moving around too much anyway. Look at these.
Oh man, yeah. That show represent. Yeah, all right.
Big boys need love too, Craig.
Okay. Oh, I gotta keep it together. Keep it together. Oh. I can't even remember. Okay. What were we talking about? Chris Barley?
Chris Barley. I was looking at myself in the camera like, yeah. Like, see, that's my one problem. I can't see. I'm so sexy. It's hard for people to believe to laugh at me. Like, oh, he's not going through it. Life ain't hard. Look at him. He's an Abercrombie fish, or is a model. I don't know if it's fish. Abercrombie fish model. I mean, whatever. But
yeah, I thought about one time maybe I could get a model job as for backpacks.
Oh,
maybe that would work for my look. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Usually people look at me and they're like, oh, it's just like, this guy's
back to school special.
It's like they've randomly spotted a Sasquatch in the wild and they just don't know how to act. It's like, do I just go by or?
I'll say you did your thing though. You know what I'm saying, how many shows have you done altogether?
You mean like more than 5 minutes? Not an open mic?
You didn't do 5 minutes.
Well, that one was like 10. I was supposed to do 15, but I was just like, I don't know where. I think I did a little more than 10.
Yeah.
But for that one, not that many. I would have to say probably total shows that I've done maybe like 8, 10 like paid shows.
Okay.
But I've only been doing comedy for about 3 years. I mean, with minus the year that no one did. Yeah. But still, the more you do it, and I'm sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but film and acting and writing, that kind of thing, I mean, it all builds on itself. Like, the more you do it, the more you get, right?
Now, the one thing with film, easy. I can go on film and record all day. I get nervous every single time I'm on stage. Every time. It doesn't matter. I just feel that because you're right there. That's the one thing. You're on the spot. You got a job. You got to make them smile. You got to make them forget whatever bullshit that they got going on. You know what I'm saying? The kid got an F on the report card. How are we going to reconcile with that? When the tires went flat on the other car. You know what I'm saying? People pay their good hard-earned money to come see you, and you got to try to live up to it. You know what I'm saying? To be like, hey, and then it's satisfying when you have people come with good job and, hey, man, I needed that, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So I'm nervous every single time I'm on stage. It doesn't matter if it's an open mic or it's a paid gig or over here or there, you know what I'm saying? But camera, you'll get used to it because it's always you got, all right, I didn't like that. Let's go back. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever.
Do it again.
Yeah, it ain't that when we on stage.
Oh, yeah, you don't get to do it again. You get one shot while you're up there, and your time begins now. It is nerve-wracking. I feel the same way. Definitely nervous, like jitters, even to the point of like slight shaking sometimes. Yeah. But once I'm up there and start doing it, I even read one time that a lot of people who do live performance and get nervous, they just try to channel that nervousness into their show. And because it's energy that you're building up, I guess. But I think that I do that. I mean, does that sound about right?
No, yeah. Well, when I get up there, I sit there and I look at the crowd and you know what I'm saying? It's what job you sit there 1 minute on stage, everybody looking at you, ready to judge. Your job is for people to judge you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I get in there, and once you get a couple jokes going and whatever, then okay, I like this room or whatever, and then it gets some give and take, and then once you start going, then it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but it's always that initial at first because it's like, let me find out what kind of crowd this is. Are they going to be dicks from the get-go, or they come in to have a good time? And that's one thing I started feeling like, you can't always put it on you. You know what I mean? You always want to get better at your craft and get better, have more jokes, better jokes, whatever. Sometimes people just don't come. People just going to be shitty for no reason. They're having a bad day. They want to take it on you, or they'll come to a comedy club not prepared to laugh, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just some things.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. So when you get there and you get them that when you get them first two little jokes that's going, and you like, all right, we gonna do okay. Today's gonna be okay. We're gonna see how good we can go, and that's when I can kind of, let it off ease just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But still got to remember jokes.
Oh yeah. Geez, I even heard somebody like Jerry Seinfeld say, you get like 5 minutes of fame, and then you have to be funny.
Mm.
Everybody's gonna laugh at everything you say for about 5 minutes. After that, that's it. I mean, even if Chuck Norris thinks you're good, man, it's Bruce Lee, I'm sure, enjoyed your comedy. What a guy.
He was kind of skeptical at first, but I'm like, come on, Bruce, come on. And I'm like, I let him know. Yeah, he got it. I said an egg roll joke that didn't go over too well.
Sometimes you can't win them all. I try to stay away from jokes that go too far over the line, but I have grossed some people out before. I mean, one time I decided I don't tell this joke anymore, but I thought it was clever.
Mm-hmm.
It's reduce, reuse, recycle. But those 3 words should never be applied to condoms, right? See, that's usually the reaction most people have.
See, that was one. My thing was just talking about Bruce penis size. That's
the egg roll.
Like a baby egg roll. But
you see, still way better. I've certainly grossed some audiences out with that.
I love it. See, that's my shit.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm pushing the envelope so far that you're actually you're not sure what to do with that. You're like, and the lady actually said one time, she was like, yeah, that's gross. Well, I did get through to you. I mean, I think the isn't as good as a laugh, but you still are making a deep connection of some sort.
That's the ooze is the shit I like. Ooh, that just a little chuckle like people like. I'm like, all right, because we had the one and we had a kid in there, and those are ones because I mean, if you can work clean, oh man, it's so much. You can get into money in it, and there's so much exposure. I mean, if you can do both, whatever you'll say. But when you sit there and you thinking like, hey, well, I know my lane right now is not clean, and you see a child or children in the front,
yes.
And that's why that's why there's a bunch of I just looked at the one kid. I'm like, I didn't prepare nothing else, so I'm sorry, but close your eyes.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a hilarious joke because I'm in a comedy show. He closes his eyes and he's still here. But that's my kind of comedy. That's my comedy.
Close your eyes. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, I think we're just gonna end on that note because that is great. So yeah, thanks Chris for coming, man.
Always, anytime. I'm dead serious. Let me know.
Well, we're gonna be doing some more stuff.
Yeah.
I hope
we're doing some filming. We have them on. We haven't got the name yet, but you will see the man in there.
Well, and I hope that we can do some sketches sometime.
Oh yeah,
we got some ideas on that. So, but for now, this has been Kicking It with James Manning III and Chris Green. All right.
Chuck Norris.